Hello and welcome to another URNUS podcast. My name is Dinos Grivakis and we are going to discuss with Professor Spiros Foudas from the Agricultural University of Athens about the Smart AKIS thematic network. So, Mr. Foudas, hello and welcome to our podcast. Thank you very much for accepting our invitation. Could you please tell us what the Smart AKIS thematic network has been about?
Yes, hello, and thank you very much for conducting me related to the Smart AKIS thematic network. Smart AKIS was one thematic network which was lasted from 2016 to 2018, and it was about smart farming technologies for crop production.
Perfect. And could you tell us what was the role of the Agricultural University of Athens in the project?
Agricultural University of Athens was the coordinator of the project and also was responsible for the National Innovation Hub, that means that it ran the regional workshops together with the multi-actor stakeholders related to this subject, which means that we ran 3 regional workshops in 3 different locations. I invited farmers, advisors, industry, researchers, and policymakers, and also media. We had some journalists. And then we also completed a survey related to evaluation of the factors hinder the adoption of precision agriculture technologies in Greece.
Okay. And now that the project has come to an end, could you please tell us which were the major challenges that you faced during its implementation? In your opinion, which are the parts of the project that things could have been done better?
Yes. Yeah, that's very clear. Thank you. And that's a very important question. I think that will probably give some insights for future project. I think I would say that we would have produced more videos related to the activities, because we realized that videos are the best multimedia means that could pass some messages across, especially the farmers community and also advisor community. So we had some videos that were very, very limited on YouTube. So we should have got many more from the different places. And secondly, while we were running the regional workshops, the number of farmers participated in the discussion was not very high. So I don't think it was very representative. So we would have tried to have better ways of attracting more farmers.
Okay, yes. And what about the useful outcomes? In your opinion, which have been the most useful outcomes that have been produced by the project?
Yes, I think at the end of the project, we managed to have some policy briefs related to digital agriculture. That means how the digital agriculture could further be deployed and used within the European agricultural systems. And I think that has been useful for the whole multi-actor community, industry, policymakers, farmers, advisors, researchers as well. And then that's one part. And the second part was we really try in the regional workshops to identify some research needs related to this domain. And these research needs were actually transferred to some operational groups across Europe. So that in this way we really found some linkage and transfer of the project outcomes to also operational groups, which is very important.
Okay. Earlier you mentioned that there was room for improvement in the videos that the Smart AKIS project had and the YouTube platform. I would like to talk about more the communication and dissemination part. What kinds of communication and dissemination methods and techniques have been used in SmartAKIS, and which one of them have been, in your opinion, the most successful?
Yes, thank you very much. I think we had a very good dissemination and communication partner, and we have one person who was officer who was very active on social media. So we had Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook. That worked very well. So we were actually posting on weekly days posts, very often twice a week. This week we had attracted a large number of followers, about 4,000 followers, maybe 4,500 for this. So that was very, very successful. But again, you need someone dedicated for this, and not only about the project, but to post things related to the area. So to have somebody, they have the followers to want to follow your pages. So that's one part. And as I said before, the only negative part was we didn't pay a lot of attention on videos, producing of videos.
Yes. Okay. 4,000 followers, a very interesting number. So I would like to stay on this. What is the level of interest that has been shown by its target group? For example, members of the academia and industry sectors, farmers, etc. Do you have any tangible results about the interest shown by its target group? Have you measured it somehow?
Yeah, that's a good question. And we had discussed also within the project to see which is the main audience of our project, but we didn't really find a way, at least during the project, to identify these groups. I mean, for the social media, because we don't have this information on the social media. Also, we had developed one platform, SmartAKIS platforms, with more than 1,500 technologies uploaded there. And I think also Dinos also helped on this platform. But also there we couldn't really, and we had the people followers in the platform, but again, we couldn't get the source or what type of audience we had. So I'm afraid I cannot answer this question. We don't have this answer to this, and it would have been nice to know that.
Yeah, that would be useful indeed. Okay, so let's talk about something else. Which were the major challenges in working with partners across Europe?
Yes, I think that's a good question, and it was very nice, this project, because it's about digital technologies, and we all know that there is a digital gap in agriculture between the north and the south, so, and also west and east. So we can really see the differences in the approaches and adoption. And for example, in some countries when we're discussing some issues, this has already been done and used already for some years. But in other countries that approaching the farmers, we had to explain more what we mean. So that means that the same questionnaire we use to identify the user needs has to be modified according to different countries and different cultures.
Okay. Have you been able to network beyond the context of SmartAKIS project? In other words, have you been able to get involved in exchange of new ideas and establish further partnerships for future collaboration with partners from the SmartAKIS project or other organizations?
Yeah, that's a very good, and it's actually very important to have some projects that SmartAKIS ran quite smoothly, and we had some good results. Also from communication and dissemination, and also from research and for farmers and a real practice. So many of these, some of these partners will actually manage to work together in not follow up in other European projects in the following years. And as I said, it was very useful also that we, from research needs that we identified, we actually, many partners within the project also applied for national funding to set up some operational groups related to smart agriculture.
Okay. The main aim of the Smart AKIS project has been to create a repository of smart farming technologies able to be accessed by any interested party and stakeholder. However, do you believe that Smart AKIS has actually managed to facilitate the development of a vibrant community, bringing members of the academia and industry together with practitioners? Has it enabled farmers to express their needs and make them clear to the academia and industry? Should this actually be the core focus and aim of a thematic network?
Yes, that's correct. And as I said, really helped during the regional workshops because we identified the real needs and problems from the farmers. And this one that has been transformed to operational groups in different countries. So that was very useful and very beneficial. So we feel that in this way that we actually materialize some of the results in the best way.
Okay, perfect. As you probably know, the URNUS project aims to facilitate networking between thematic networks and collate their outputs in one knowledge-based system. So, Mr. Foudas, given that the Smart AKIS project is over, do you believe that it could be useful to make the project's outputs available via the URNUS repository? In what way could Smart AKIS benefit from its synergy with URNUS?
Yes, that's a very good idea because, for example, Smart AKIS has already finished in 2018, and we have a very vibrant, a very rich platform that we have created with, as I said, more than 1,500 technologies. And if there is nothing else to actually pass this database and to be used further from other interesting, from the interesting community, from the relevant community, this will be then in a few years' time obsolete and nobody will going to use it. So I think it's very important to have a project like URNUS to actually utilize the outcome and get them and pass them through their own systems.
Okay. Now, and a final question, will it be valuable to learn about other thematic networks and potentially create future collaborations between URNUS stakeholders? In other words, do you see any value in conceptualizing the URNUS project as something more than just a repository? Could Smart AKIS help towards creating a community by bringing together actors and organizations various types?
Yes, exactly. I think that would be very, very beneficial as well, because so far we only know our small community that we've been working on, but and maybe we know some of the projects thematic networks running, but we don't have all of this information aggregated into one community, one system. So I'm sure that will really benefit the agricultural sector and also our work in this area.
Perfect. Okay, I think we came to an end. Mr. Foudas, thank you very much for your time and
thank
for
you very
being
much,
here
Dinos.
with us today.
The URNUS project has received funding from the European Union's Horizon 2020 Research and Innovation Programme under grant agreement number 817863.
Royalty-free music from Ben Sound.